All right, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to watching Chickies with our three chickens, Kagome, Stormy, and Braveheart, who are all doing nicely today as they reach their first week. Yes, you have your first week of life. Yes. Hello, elephants. It's nice to see you again. It's always nice to see these three together. A little bit of preening. Now, I gave them all some grapes before, but they didn't really like it. I've put a few in that are a bit dried, and they didn't go for that either, so I guess they are not ready for it yet. But that's alright, because they're just snuggling and enjoying their day. Hello, chickies. Elephants 100 says hello to you as well. Yes. Oh, Stormy, you love cuddling with Kagome there. You do? I just start filming and you all get so sleepy. Braveheart, Braveheart, are you falling asleep on your feet? Little peep. There you go. Hello, Braveheart. Ooh. Ooh, your wings are really starting to develop there. Look at that. How much you've grown in a week. Soon you're going to be ready to try to jump out of this tub. I bet you are. Gonna have to move you to a bigger space. Well, so far, they have been quite stubborn, and they really mostly just like their feed here. Got a little frog in my throat there. That's alright. I've tried a couple little treats. We've tried a couple of grapes, and we've tried a couple of little tiny chicken-sized pancakes. So far, our best result, I guess, was the tiny pancakes, because at least they took a few pecks of that. I guess that was closer to food to them. But they were quite confused by these little red balls. Well, let's see about Kagome. Kagome, you should not be... Oh, I know you were sleeping. But you should not be sleeping in your food. That can lead to you pooing on it, and that's not nice. Come here. Come here, Kagome. I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. There you go, Kagome. See, one thing about Kagome, our onagadori chick, is that she loves having little naps in my hand. Well, when they grow up, and in about 6 weeks' time, they are going to be in their sort of like awkward teenage phase. Ooh, getting more comfy. They will be moving out to the coop in our backyard, where they'll have a lot more space to sort of roam around in. But they'll still be our cuddly little chicks. And down there, well, Braveheart tried to jump up towards me, because sometimes Braveheart gets a little bit jealous when I'm just having Kagome like this. If you see him in the background, he's just kind of staring at us. What's that, Kagome? What's that? Such a sleepy little bird. Well, generally, chickens, they can manage little jumps. They could get a little bit far, but they can't really manage any sort of sustained flying. So the fences that we have in our yard should be more than safe enough to keep them with us. And generally speaking, you know, around this age, they need a lot of heat. We could take them out for a little while. Oh, Kagome. You trying to fly? Well, if one of them does turn out to be a rooster, they would be able to breed together. Because even though they're all different breeds of chicken, they are all the same species. So what we would end up with is a bunch of different crossbreeds. So it would either be a crossbreed of, well, depending on which one's the male, you know. One of them is a silkie, one of them is an onagadori, and one of them is an ayam cemeni. So it'd be quite interesting to see what sort of crossbreeds would come out of that, which characteristics they'd pick up from which parent. I quite like imagining the onagadori breeding with the silkie, and then possibly getting a silkie with a very, very long and fluffy tail. Well, either way, I'd be happy. If they're all hens, hey, great. They can all contribute with some eggs. If one of them turns out to be male, hey, great. We could then have some eggs and then possibly some more chicks in the future. The only thing that we're really hoping not for is more than one of them turning out to be male, because at that point, we would have to consider moving at least one of them to a local farm, because once roosters get to a certain age, they can get quite aggressive with other roosters, especially in smaller flocks, and we wouldn't want them to ever be a danger to each other. Generally speaking, baby chicks are quite affordable pet-wise. Full-grown chickens generally cost more than baby chicks. Now, here is the caveat. You should always first check the laws and regulations of your area, because many places do allow backyard chicks, but there are rules about how many you can have, how much land you need, whether or not you can have any roosters. For example, in my area, I am allowed up to one rooster. And then you also have to consider, do you have all the equipment that you need, such as heat lamps, water vessels, feeders, a tub for them to grow in for the next 6 weeks or so, and then you also have to get coops. You have to be researching everything like bedding, which we're currently using sand. So you know, it just takes some time and preparation. Well, they shouldn't be able to fly when they grow up, as they are chickens. They get up around 7 o'clock in the morning as the light starts to come in this room, and then we sort of turn on their happy lamp to give them a bit more UV. And then at night, the UV light is completely shut off, and generally they like to snuggle in this corner underneath the heat lamp. It's quite the sight seeing them all just lying down next to each other, all silent and cozy. Oh yes, these chicks have no concerns. Well, ooh, what's that? Stormy got vocal for a moment. Where is Kagome? There's Kagome. You see? Stormy really loves just being next to Kagome. Always chasing after her. And Stormy has been getting quite interested in both Braveheart and Kagome's new tail feathers. Because as you can see from Stormy, because Stormy's a silkie, Stormy is not really developing those same tail feathers. Ooh, a little chicken cuddle. Always nice to see that. And how are you doing, Braveheart? You look magnificent. Just enjoying a little bit of heat in that corner? Yeah? Ooh. A little flutter. A little flutter. They're all getting a bit more active as they get older. This is their first full week of life. I just love the gentle sort of cheeping as they go about their business. Generally speaking, right now, they don't seem to be all that hungry. At the moment, we kind of let them at times run around on the couch. They're a bit small for the floor with our furniture, so we have been worried that they might get stuck underneath something, so we haven't given them free rein at the moment. But as they get bigger, we're going to allow them to go a bit further. They hatched 1 week ago from today. So, just 51 more weeks, and they'll be a year old. But right now, they're still our little chicks. Yes. Right, Braveheart? Oh, look at those little tail feathers that have grown. Oh my. Yes, 1 week old. I wonder what next week will bring for you guys. Probably a lot more feathers. Yeah. Maybe let's see about putting out a blanket and letting you guys have a minute or two on the couch. Maybe you'll like that. That'll be nice. So let's see. Yes, well, I think all the food is helping with that feather production. Well, all of them are the same age. They hatched on the same day. And they all came together. And all three are different breeds, which is why they look all a bit different. In fact, let's get a blanket set up here. There we go. And let's see about possibly having a little chicken party. Oh, Stormy. It's okay. See, Stormy, our little silkie, tends to be pretty chill. So, if I let Stormy hang out here for a second, I could get the others. Kagome. I know, you get startled. There you go. There you go, Kagome. Here you go. Stormy wants to say hi. And now, waiting for their turn. Ooh. Come here, Braveheart. now, there's a little chicken party on the blanket. Hey guys. How's it going? The world says hello. Have fun. Explore. You're not just in your tub right now. Haha. Well, I expect Braveheart to start jumping around at any point. But right now, Braveheart's just looking at the camera saying, hey, what are you doing? Oh dear. Hey guys. Hey. There you go. Now I know it's a little cooler here, but you've been in the tub for a few hours, so you should all still be pretty warm. Yeah, I bet the blanket feels nice. Though I think they do quite like the sand because in some spots it gets nice and warm underneath their feet. And right now they really love that warmth. Hello there, Kagome. Why are you getting so close? What? Oh, you pecked the camera. You pecked the camera, Kagome. Oh, hello, Braveheart. Oh, and Stormy, too. You're all getting quite upfront with me. Well, I guess it's not a real chicken party without Dad, huh? Oh. Yes, Kagome? Oh, my. I love your little cheeps. Oh, is that the first poop? Yep. Well, that's gonna happen when you have a bunch of chickies with you. Fortunately, it's okay. I have a washing machine that will deal with all of that quite nicely. Oh my. Oh my! Right onto my hand and flapping about. Yes, they're all still quite fluffy. Though it's Stormy who's gonna stay the fluffiest. What's that, Kagome? What's that? You're gonna flap again? Show us your wings. Flip flap, come on. You can do it. No, these chickens are not for eating. These chickens are part of our family. Ooh, pecking at my watch. Well, currently, my guess is the opposite of yours, elephants, but that would be interesting if it turns out to be true. I might have to start a channel where I read some stories out loud using this voice. Oh, they've been eating for the past few hours, so this is just a few minutes break on the couch. And Kagome's already found a way off of the blanket. Kagome, you are the explorer today. Oh dear, you're getting close to the edge and Stormy is following you. So I'm going to redirect you back over here. Oh, and you're all going back to me on the edge. I know. Oh dear. So, their breeds, the striped one over there is our onagadori chick, named Kagome. Our fuzzy little gray one there is Stormy, our silkie, and the black one right there is our ayam cemeni, Braveheart. Oh. Little cheapy runnings. These chicks we got. Apparently my watch is called a That Rare Find. I got it on a sidewalk sale a couple of years ago for a few bucks. And it's, yeah, made of wood. No, I haven't ever really done any voiceover work. So we got these guys from a farm called Feather Lover Farms in California, and they were overnight shipped to us to Connecticut right after they were born. Well, hatched, really. Chickens are hatched. Hello, guys. Here, I'm gonna stand over here, so maybe you'll start coming over here. Are you following me? Are you following me, Kagome? I'm pretty sure that they've imprinted on me slightly. Ah, hello from Britain. We are over here in Connecticut in the USA. We do not have cats, which is fortunate because if we did have cats, I would not be letting out chicks like this. Ah, congratulations on your incoming chickens then. I hope you've done your research, and I hope your birds are nice and healthy in the future. So for those of you just joining us, these are our 3 1-week-old birds. The real fuzzy gray one is our silkie, named Stormy. The black one is our ayam cemeni, named Braveheart. And the striped one is Kagome, our onagadori chick, which is a rare and endangered breed from Japan. And all of them right now are just doing a little bit of exploration on the couch, where I've spread a blanket, and they like to try to follow me as I go around a bit. Now, if they get a bit too close to the edge, I'm gonna... Whoop! You guys are getting too close to the edge. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No getting too close to the edge. I don't want you to fall. So, the thing about chicken breeds is it's different from an endangered species, which endangered species have these sort of protections, and breeds are generally more declared by like professional organizations. And oh, there you go, there you go. And the interesting thing about onagadoris are that they have, for the roosters, these exquisitely long tails that grow their whole lives, that end up being about 20 feet in length. The females have a pretty nice fantail looking thing, but not nearly as long. So it'll be interesting to see if Kagome ends up being a rooster. Well, I'm glad that this is soothing to some of you. And I do love... Ooh, Kagome! You tried to fly up to me. Good Kagome. You're all growing so much in just a week. It's astonishing. So these are our chickens, our onagadori, our silkie, and our ayam cemeni. So if I wanted to try to guess at their gender at this stage, it would be a bit of a difficult manner. I would have to grab them rather firmly, and I would have to try to basically expose their little butts and their little sexual organs and try to determine whether they are male or female. And at the moment in their development, that would be a pretty hard feat. Professional chicken sexers can get it right about 90% of the time, but because I'm pretty much a novice, I would not have any real good guess. Now, once they are about 6 weeks old, we'll have a much easier time determining whether or not they are male or female. Oh, eating eggs are alright. You see, when you're eating eggs, pretty much all of those are unfertilized. So for chickens, when they're just doing that, an egg, to them, really, is just them having a period. So occasionally, these chicks, when they get a bit older, will be, contributing with the occasional egg. None of these breeds are really known for the high amount of eggs that they produce, but that's alright. It's enough that, they are just going to be happy little friendly members of our family. Oh, did you find a thread? Kagome found a thread. Well, that was a little battle, wasn't it? Oh, it's all a game now that you found that thread. It's all a game. Here, let me pull that off. I don't want you eating thread. You have plenty of food to eat. You're finding every little imperfection in the blanket. And you've already pooed a few times, but that's alright. As long as I don't sit in it. Well, for these guys, I try to be calm, cool, and collected while I'm just watching over them. And I feel like it just helps them relax, and it helps them not panic or freak out. Oh, yes. We just let them out a couple of minutes ago from their little area. And thank you, Gamina7, for the wholesome seal of approval. And they've been eating for the past few hours. And they eat, and they drink, and they sleep pretty much constantly. I mean, they're still here in their first week of life. And currently, we're just having a little chicken party here on the blanket. A little bit of break from everything. And they're having some fun just pecking at the side of this blanket. Doing a little bit of exploration. Right, Kagome? Well, the most important thing is making sure these guys are happy and healthy. And I know that you want to get up on top of me, Kagome. But now is not the time for me to take you for a little ride. Because we're doing the video now. Oh my, Stormy, you're always following Kagome. And Braveheart, you have been very quiet today. Are you alright, Braveheart? There you go. So nice and calm today. And as you can see, if we get closer into Braveheart, right here, Braveheart is developing, I believe, a little comb. Oh my, Braveheart. Oh my, you're developing so fast. Ah, little chicken party, all together. You know, I think my favorite comparison so far was someone made a few days ago, was saying that I sounded like a mix of David Attenborough and Ryan Reynolds, which was quite interesting. Oh, hello there, Kagome. Hello. I love just seeing you guys explore. And your little peeps. Oh my. Well, you're trying to completely undo that tag over there, aren't you? That's a nice little game. I know. All three of you are so cute. How can you manage it? How can you manage it? If I put a little mirror in your tub, you would just explode from the cuteness. You wouldn't be able to contain it. Oh my. Oh, Kagome. You are ensuring I have to wash this towel, this blanket immediately. Yes, you are. So much eating means so much poop. Yes, even Stormy's feet are fuzzy and fluffy. Ooh, a little bump in there. Yes, a little talk. What is it, Kagome? It's a bit more exploration. That's what you need. Oh, yes, they'd all pooped on the blanket at this point, and thank you, Elephants 100, for the timeless beauty. But, you know, pooping on the blanket's alright. I have a pretty nice washing machine, and living with these chicks have just taught me that nothing can ever really stay clean for very long. Because unfortunately, unlike us, they do not really have that sort of control over their bowel movements. Well, all three of these chickens are different breeds. We have our ayam cemeni, which is the black one, Braveheart. He's a Southeast Asian chicken. In the middle, we have our onagadori, Kagome, who is an endangered Japanese breed. And then we have over here our silkie, Stormy, who is going to be fuzzy her whole life. And all of them are going to be growing up and just being a part of our family here, and hopefully providing a few eggs. And right now, they are pecking just right at the edge of the blanket, sort of like a little game. They're looking at all the little seams and everything, and it looks like they like that sort of like feel of it. Ah, well, I might have to try this poop off if it's available in my area. Because so far, I've just been mostly using the washing machine for anything that gets dirty. I'm not sure if it's true if I draw a line on the ground, chickens will go into a trance. That's odd. I haven't heard that before. Though, you know, they live in some sand, so I might try to draw a line in the sand when they go back in and see how they react. Oh, thank you, teeny tiny Teratoma, for the Dad's Care Award. Oh, CB Prasad, I hope that you have a nice time falling asleep. And I hope these little guys help you on your way. Oh, yes, it seems Braveheart is just content with staying in the corner, though the other two want to just have a party right over him. Oh, amazing armadillo, thank you for the gold. That's much appreciated. And all of these chicks are just going to be happy members of our family as they grow older, that hopefully will contribute a few eggs every once in a while. Well, now figuring out what if they're going to be hens or roosters is something of a mystery that we're all going to have to be solving in these next 6 weeks. And thank you for the gold, Werner Shadow. It's definitely appreciated. These chicks eat near constantly at this point. They've been out of their tub for just a few minutes now, and they were eating right up until a couple of minutes ago. So they should all be content. So for any of you who want to make guesses, you can just guess whether or not any of them are male or female, And in about 6 weeks, we will see what they are. Stormy is a silkie. And silkies are known for their really soft feathers that have that fuzzy look to them. And they feel wonderful when you pet them. Oh, and thank you, Unspottable Shadow, for the gift treat. Oh my. Well, I don't want to scare them by drawing a line in the sand, but let's see. They're all quite calm at the moment. You hear the little cheeps that they're giving right now? So far I've learned that these are little cheeps of contentment. So they're all little happy chicks right now. I think they love it when they play. Oh, Kagome, you got right underneath Braveheart. I don't think Braveheart appreciated that. Braveheart looks like they're trying to fall asleep on their feet. And Stargazer 93, thank you for the Awe Award. It's much appreciated. Yes, I know. Well, so far, it seems at the moment Kagome and Braveheart are somewhat equal members of the flock. And Stormy really does enjoy Stormy tends to enjoy just following Kagome everywhere. Well, these will never be nuggets, but these will be just little members of my family. Oh, Braveheart is just a little sleepy right now. I'm just gonna give Braveheart a little bit of a pet. Yeah, Braveheart's fine. Braveheart's just sleepy. I want to check to see if you were a little cold, but you seem to be fine. So, for those of you just tuning in that didn't get it before, this striped chick right there is our onagadori chick, named Kagome. The really fuzzy gray one right here is Stormy, our silkie. And over here, resting a little bit, is our ayam cemeni, named Braveheart. All three of them are chickens, and all three of them are new loved members of our family. And they're all just 1 week old. Did you find an errant thread there, Kagome? Hey, hey, hey. No eating threads. No eating threads. No. So all three of these fine feathered fellows came from a place called Feather Lover Farms, which is a place in California which specializes in rarer and more unusual breeds of chickens. And they were shipped overnight on the day that they hatched over here to us in Connecticut through the U.S. Postal Service. And the U.S. Postal Service seems to have been doing this service for about 90 years. Yes, the onagadori does have tails that grow their entire lives. Well, I will happily show you our grown chickens when these guys grow up, because these are our only 3 chickens. But don't worry, we will keep on doing these broadcasts, and you will all be able to see these guys grow up before your eyes. And already, if you look at their wings compared to previous broadcasts, they are just growing day by day, which is just astonishing. Oh, Stormy, you do like snuggling with the rest. And I love your gentle peepings. Now I think officially, Braveheart is getting probably a little bit too sleepy now. So I am probably going to be putting Braveheart back into their living space. So at the moment, I've expanded, so I have an Instagram where I've been posting pictures of them. So if you want to look at that, I have some info on my page. And I'm going to be looking into possibly doing some YouTube videos as well. But until then, I am so far broadcasting exclusively here on Reddit. And you can just follow me here. And I'm going to be... oh my. You have actually nestled right underneath Braveheart's wings. That is so cute. Oh my god. Oh, and thank you for the awards. XXX, me XX, and PM me if you're pooping. But oh, just nestling under Braveheart's wing. Oh my. You're all too cute. You're all too cute. And thank you for the toasty at home. They're all just loving you so much, Braveheart, and all you had to do was fall asleep on your feet. Oh my! They're pressing up against you so tightly. It looks like you're the unofficial mama right now. Oh my! I love you guys. Yes, I do. Alright, guys. Now I think Braveheart might be getting a little bit cold, so we're going to be putting Braveheart back underneath the heat lamps. So Braveheart could get some warmth. I know you all want to stay together now, but I'll be back in a moment. There you go, Braveheart. There you go. I don't want you to get cold, okay? Never. These chicks are never for eating. There you go, Braveheart. Get a little bit more warmth. I know you guys miss Braveheart. But Braveheart, I think, was getting a little bit too cold. There you go. There you go. Oh, a little sneeze from Kagome. Yes, chickens can sneeze. I bet some of you didn't know that. Yes. Oh, a little more preening. Oh, hello, Stormy. Yes. Yep, these 3 chicks are our only chickens. They're our first 3 chickens. Oh, and Tanzem 3 tall. Congratulations on your chicks. I hope they're doing quite well. Because these chicks are just 1 week old at this point. 1 week old, but they're doing so well and they've grown so much. And if any of you want to see how they've grown over the past few days, we have videos from every single day that have been archived here on Reddit. Oh my, you sneezed as well, Stormy. Maybe you're all getting a little bit cold now, so I think you're all need to go back to your living space. Let's go. Let's go back to your living space. There we go. There we go. See? There's Braveheart. What's that? Stormy's asking where everyone has gone. I've never heard Stormy be so loud. Well, Stormy, yes, we're gonna find the others. We're gonna find them. Come here. Come here. I'll take you to your siblings, yes. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. We'll find them. We'll find them, Stormy. There you go. Oh, nice big jump. There they are. And a little bit of a scritch. And see, you don't need to yell. You're all together. And in fact, Kagome is already eating again. And over here, their temperature is at about 95 degrees here in the top. Though, starting tomorrow, we're going to be lowering it to 90 degrees. Because you lower it about 5 degrees a week to get them used to more normal temperatures. So, the three breeds, again, for those of you just joining us, are our black one here, which is Braveheart, our ayam, cemeni. And over here, our gray one, our fuzzy little guy, is our silkie, who is named Stormy. And over here, we have Kagome, who is our onagadori chick, which is an endangered Japanese breed. So, higher temperatures are pretty good for chicks because they are very heat sensitive when they first come to be. And people recommend them having these sort of higher heats so they're comfortable, and then you just sort of drop the heat week by week to allow them just to be happy and healthy little guys. Oh yeah, currently we have our sleepy little chickie here, Braveheart. See, you're okay, Braveheart. But, you know, whenever I tend to stroke one, then a couple others tend to come nearby as well because they also want a little love. Oh, and thank you, Alexis44, for the wholesome. Oh dear, yes, I know. I know, Kagome. I'm just checking up here on Braveheart, because Braveheart has been a little bit quiet today. You have been. You have been. So you know what I'm going to do, Braveheart? Just going to bring you a bit closer to the heat lamp here and give you a few nice, gentle strokes. Isn't that nice? Oh, good job, Braveheart. Yeah. It is warm over here, isn't it? Well, these guys, today, have just hit their first week of life. Happy first week, guys. Happy first week. You've all managed well. There you go, Braveheart. There you go. Ooh, feeling a bit more energetic? Yeah? You looking to eat as well? Oh no, generally speaking, your chicks will get a lot more quiet when they start to get used to things. The first couple of days, they were very, very vocal, but then they started to get used to their new environment, and then, you know, you just hear occasionally these happy little cheeps. A few happy little cheeps. And then, you might have all noticed before, when I put 2 of them back into their living area, and Stormy was left alone, Stormy started to cheep quite a bit and quite loudly, because Stormy was worried about where all the others went. And they all have these different sort of cheeps that they make, depending on the situation. Whether they get scared, whether they're content, or even if they're just a little bit curious. You start to learn about all of that. Yep, the gray one is definitely a silkie. And her name is Stormy. And just watching these little guys going about their business is just a lovely way to spend a little bit of time out of your day. Yes, well, Kagome really does like to sort of attack the feeder, because Kagome much prefers eating her little bits of feed right off the lip of the feeder instead of right inside. Well, currently, if you want to listen to some of our older videos, you can look on my Reddit profile, and we have about a week's worth of these videos, so I think at this point, probably almost 7 hours of videos that you can watch of previous days. And I'm going to look into ways of probably putting these up on YouTube. Yes, well, originally I chose my YouTube name when I was just thinking up of a fantasy death metal band name. And that's just what I came up with. And for Reddit, you're not really able to change names. Yes, Braveheart is definitely a fan of the heat lamp today. But all of them are getting quite social these days, and none of them seem to be scared of us at this point. In fact, they do like to run after us. Oh, our ayam cemeni is quite the little sweetheart. And Braveheart right now is just chilling a bit. Well, I'm sure if any of them was heavy metal, it would probably be Braveheart generally, because Braveheart is our little explorer. Out of all 3 that I've introduced to the outside, and I so far have introduced them to the outside by holding them and getting them to look outside at the yard, only Braveheart really seemed to show any interest. And in fact, Braveheart helped me out when a little midge landed on my arm and Braveheart ate his first bug. Astonishing. And the other 2, well, didn't really seem to care for the outside yet. But give them a few weeks and I think they'll really love it. So, at the moment, instead of the sun, we have some windows, but we also have their heat lamps, and we have this happy lamp right here to give them a few UV rays. Wanna say hi, Braveheart? Wanna say hi to everyone? Oh, you're a sleepy one, aren't you? You're a sleepy one, Braveheart. You know, you could just lay down. You don't need to stand up. Oh, I'm sure once they're out in the yard, they will inevitably find a few living bugs. And, you know, it's part of their instinct, and that's fine. The one thing that I've made sure is that this year we have not spread any sort of pesticides or chemicals on our lawns to ensure that by the time that they're they're heading outside, that they won't eat any bugs that will possibly harm them. So I am actually going to be repositioning this heat lamp a little bit closer to Braveheart right now, because Braveheart seems a little cold, don't you? Okay, Braveheart, okay. Well, these chicks were hatched 1 week ago today. So happy first week of life, guys. Happy first week. And Kagome is celebrating with a little bit more food. Oh, Braveheart, are you saying hello to Kagome? Or did I put the heat lamp a bit too close? I put the heat lamp a bit too close. Just my dad energy. Sorry about that. I worry about you. So, if they choose to give us a few eggs in the future, we will happily accept them. And that would be nice, but they're mostly here just to be members of our family. While Kagome definitely has a personality, our onagadori chick. But that's alright, all of them having different personalities. Kagome is a lot more forward when it comes to food, and just sort of flapping about. Stormy, our silkie, loves to follow Kagome. And Braveheart tends to do their own thing. Right, Braveheart? Yes. So I won't bother you, Braveheart, while you're so sleepy. Let's look at the others for a while. Just gotta wonder what's going through Stormy's head. You're still love looking at those new tail feathers that Kagome is producing. Oh, Common Lion, I'm glad that we're helping you out, at least in a small way. And I love this little budding friendship that we have with Stormy and Kagome. Even though they look so different, they are just so close to each other. So, the farm in which we got them is called Feather Lover Farms, who are in California, and they specialize in a few different breeds of chickens that aren't really as common as most that you find here in America. And they were all hatched on the same day and all sent out on the same day. They're a bit of a smaller farm, but you know, it's a nice place and they all came here safely, so I was really happy with the result. And since they all hatched at the same time and they've all been together their whole lives, they've all been quite friendly and happy with each other. Oh, and it looks like Braveheart has woken up a bit. So, these breeds of chicks weren't bred for meat and egg producing like many other chicks. So, at the end of the day, they're not going to end up being all that big compared to some of the chickens that you see in the media on some of the bigger farms. But you know, they're going to be happy chicks, happy chickens, and probably at the most, they'll ever really be producing maybe 2 or 3 eggs at a time. I just missed it, but Braveheart just tried to make a little leap and a few flaps here at the side. Do you want to be picked up, Braveheart? Is that it? Should I be picking up Braveheart? Or should I be leaving you to your own devices? You seem to be looking. Maybe you want a bit of food like the rest. Yes, Lord Dead Beef. Good luck for your chickens as well. I hope they're doing well. Because these little guys certainly are. Tap, tap, tap. Good job there, Kagome. See, you can eat from inside. You don't need to scrape everything away. That's it. That's it. You can eat normally. I believe in you. We all do. I see you staring at the food there, Stormy. I know Kagome was eating there, but you could eat there too. Come on, you can do it. Or are you not hungry? Yeah? Give it a little peck. That's it. Oh, that's it, Stormy. Well, our gray little ball of fluff there is called Stormy. The black one there is our ayam cemeni, who is named Braveheart. And right here is Kagome, who is our onagadori chick, which is a breed from Japan. Well, right now I'm just trying to keep calm and cool for these little chicks. I'm just trying to help soothe them. And it's nice to hear they're just little chirps and little pecks as they just eat their fill. And we're all just taking a little bit of time out of our days just to watch these little guys go about theirs. Oh yes, the line in the sand thing. Well, I've never tried it, and we do have some sand here. I'm unsure. Ha! Well, Braveheart looked at that line in the sand, he looked up at me, and there doesn't seem to be much of a reaction. So I'm not sure if that did anything. I think Braveheart might just be confused. Are you just confused, Braveheart? Well, you know, we all have different personalities, and that goes for little chicks as well. Kagome has an energy that probably would rub some the wrong way, but Kagome is just being themselves. Going for a little drink? Well, after all that food, yes, a little cheap. Oh my, I would never want to see a chicken and a rat fighting. Never let your pets fight. That's not nice. Yes, Braveheart was not hypnotized. If anything, Braveheart got a little bit less sleepy when I did that. What's the opposite? What's the opposite of being hypnotized? Energized? Yes, energized. Energized by the line. And I love how Stormy insists on trying to eat with Kagome. Oh, watch out for Kagome's foot. Kagome likes kicking. Yes, that's right. Go on to the other side, Stormy. That's a bit safer. Well, generally speaking, you want to, if you're going to have chickens that are living outside, you want to make sure that they have coops that are rodent-proof. So, you don't have any issues with mice and rats, which can be a thing. So you're going to need to make sure that, you know, you never have to worry about those sort of attacks. I do like that idea of calling them happy little cheeps, because these guys do have lots of happy little cheeps. At the moment, I've been trying watching Chickies, and maybe I'll have to think about the other title. Yes, Kagome does have a bit of that dominant energy there. But I think Stormy, is generally happy with the relationship. If you've noticed from previous streams, Stormy never used to kick at the feeder, but Stormy seems to be reproducing what Kagome does. Kagome will have a very long tail if Kagome ends up being a rooster. If Kagome ends up being a hen, what will happen is that Kagome's tail will sort of have a fan-like shape. Sort of like a stunted version of a peacock tail. That won't be very long, but will still look quite majestic, especially with the beautiful striping that Kagome has. At the moment, they're still a bit too tiny to really jump out or climb out of their container. The tub is a bit too large for that, but in the coming weeks when they get bigger, we have been getting a room ready for them. Well, where they'll be able to roam a bit more freely before we introduce them to their coop outside. Oh, it's more than possible that they'll all start recognizing their names as time goes on. Chickens can recognize names, especially in these smaller flocks. And they do recognize people. So, since we've been all quite friendly with them, and we've been handling them, they should be happy little birds. Oh, thank you, Deep Into YouTube fan. Well, we'll keep on posting these videos as the days and even the weeks go on, and we'll see these chicks grow up, which should be exciting. Well, I was the one and my partner Lauren when we opened up the box. We were the first ones that they saw, so there is a bit of imprinting that goes on when you do that. So it's quite possible that yes, these little guys do see me as a mother or father figure. So they're not really scared of me, and they're always happy to see me, especially first thing in the morning. No, these guys will never be nuggets. These guys will always be our friends. Yep, your 1 week birthday, guys. Oh, I could only imagine just looking at the first video that I did of you guys almost a year from now, and just wondering how you could ever be this small. Yeah, at the moment, it's just Lauren and I that are handling them. Oh yes, we cuddle them quite a bit. We hold them quite a bit. And they're quite friendly. They have known one other person so far, which is my partner Lauren's little sister, who is currently almost 12 years old, and they quite loved her too. Oh, Braveheart. Yes. There you go. Little happy cheeps. Little happy cheeps. I know, Kagome, you want strokes too. Oh, oh, oh. All three of you together. last few minutes of the stream for today. So if any of you have any questions, concerns, or just want to chat, I'm always here. Yes, this is a good time just to watch them. Just go about their lives. A little bit of eating, a little bit of playing, and of course, some chicken snuggling. Oh yes, it is quite a lot warmer inside there when I put my hand in. Nice hand warmer. We will know in about, well, in the beginning of these streams, I was saying in 6 weeks' time, but I guess now, since they are a week old, it is going to be in 5 weeks' time. And we will all figure out together whether they are hens or roosters. And so far, the only one that I can see really developing a comb is our ayam cemeni, Braveheart. Which doesn't necessarily mean that Braveheart's going to be a rooster, but it could be a clue. Yep, these are actually our first ever chicks that we've had. We prepared for them for a few months before they came in through the mail. And this is their first week of life. And in about 5 weeks, we will start to uncover the mystery of what they are, whether they are hens or roosters. Currently in my area, I'm allowed up to 1 rooster. So hopefully, just one of them turns out to be them, or, they're all hens. If not, we'll try to look at some of our local little farms, which some of them have already said they would be quite happy to give a home to one of these rare breeds. So now that we're in our last 30 seconds of our broadcast, I'd like to just say we've all been very pleased to have you here with us, and I hope you all have great days. Goodbye from Braveheart, Kagome, and Stormy, our happy little chickies. And they're glad that you watched them today. I hope the rest of you have wonderful days.